Top 13 Snes games for you to pick from, thus choosing a game for me to play in an Alright, okay. Top 13 Snes games, pick my play. But before we go on, there will be no role-playing / adventure games represented in this list, because those games go for too goddamn long. Once you've viewed all 13 games, post the name of the game that you want me to play in the comments below. Then I'll tally up the votes and do a video on the winning game soon thereafter. So here we go. Number 1. Super Mario World. Who's got 2 thumbs and hasn't played this game? This guy right here. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a Mario hater. I played the original Super Mario Bros. And loved it. Absolutely loved it. So naturally, when the second one came out, I thought I was going to love that too. But after 2 hours of pulling out bloody turnips and opening doors and bloody going in the front and back, I'm over it. Now, I understand it's a reskinned game from something else because they thought Americans didn't want to play the original because it was going to be too hard. But still, yuck. So, when number 3 came out, I had a brief look at it, saw Mario in a squirrel suit. I'm not dealing with that crap again. So naturally, when Super Mario World came out, that's it. I wasn't looking into it. Wasn't even having a bar of it. I don't want to know. Squirrel suits, turnips, I'm out. But apparently I missed a really good game. It looks good, probably plays good, I don't know. I've never actually played it. So if you want me to play this game, put it in the comments below. Now let's move on. Number 2. Pilot Wings. I absolutely love flight simulators. Love them. I don't know what it is, flying above things and bombing them and throwing my plane into them. I love it. Absolutely love it. Rockets, missiles, guns, everything. It's the best. So, naturally, when I saw this come out in the Super Nintendo and looked at the back of the box, I went, this game is for me. This is what I'm going to buy a Super Nintendo for. Then I played it in store. Can you imagine my surprise when the first level, I'm jumping out of a plane and parachuting down? As far as I was aware, the only time I'd ever parachuted out of a plane was when I got shot down, blew it up into something or whatever. This whole game was parachuting. Well, and flying biplanes, and hang gliding, and jetpacking, and all the boring crap that you'd get in flying games. Oh, and it looks so pretty. Anyway, this looks boring as, but if you think I'm missing a good game, fine. Write in the comments below, and if it wins, I'll play it. I'm not going to be happy about it. Number 3. Street Fighter II Turbo. I'm going to be brutally honest here. I'm a Mortal Kombat fan. Never liked Street Fighter 2. And there's a reason for that. I suck at it. There's way too many controls and combos and stuff going on. I liked watching people play it. It looked really good. When they did it, whenever I did it, I got my head handed to me in about 5 seconds and just gave up. So I never really played this on any system when it came out. I was too busy playing the Mortal Kombat ports, so I never got into it. So every time I'd pick Guile, and basically try and spam sonic booms all day and see if I actually hit one. So if you choose this, I'm going to choose Guile, and I'm going to spam sonic, but no. If you want me to play this one, write it in the comments below again. And as a side note, pick a different character for me to play. I won't play Guile, I'll play whoever the majority is. So if Street Fighter 2 wins, whoever the most popular character is, I'll play him. Or her. Or whatever Blanca is. Number 4. Mega Man X2. Okay, so I played Mega Man back on the NES when it first came out. And as far as platform shooters go, this one's insanely hard and made me rage quit within about 2 seconds. That's it. Not playing it again. So I didn't look at that, the sequel, or any other ones they made, until I found one in the arcade called Mega Man Power Battle, Power Blast, or something, which ended up being a 2-player beat-em-up, kind of, with shooting and rocks and stuff. And in some versions it was called Rockman, and others in Mega Man, and this must be a Japanese, American thing, I don't know, so I'm getting even more confused here, as you are. And this one seemed really simple. So to me, it looks like on one side of the scale, you've got something that's insanely hard, and on the other, insanely boring. So, I don't know. I'm probably missing something. People have told me the original was fantastic, so I should probably get back to that one day. But at the moment, let's just stick with this one. If you think I've been making big mistakes, and I have made lots of mistakes, put this one in the comments below, and I'll give this one a go. Number 5. Super Mario Kart. You're asking yourself, how the hell can this guy have not played Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo? Now, without lying, I have actually played it a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. Now, racing games, like simulators, I'm a big fan of. Back in the day in 16-bit world though, they were never really that good. They were always 2D, 3D pseudo stuff, yuck. So I wasn't a big fan. But seeing the Mode 7 working, I was a little bit intrigued in this one. It's bright, it's colourful, looked good. I'm starting to lean from the Mega Drive into the PC. And in doing so, I found wacky wheels. And I swore black and blue to everyone who owned a Super Nintendo that this crapped all over their game. Now, looking back at it, many years later, I might have been a tad off. So, in saying that, I did jump in at the N64 version and have been playing Super Mario Kart ever since. Now, did I miss something by not playing this game? Should I go back to it? These are the questions you need to ask yourself before putting a comment down below. Number 6. Donkey Kong Country. This is a game that I almost bought a Super Nintendo for. It was astounding when it first came out. This was a massive leap in game graphics and gameplay. It looked unbelievable. But instead of buying a Super Nintendo, because I was a Sega fanboy, I proceeded to go to Blockbuster every week, hire one of these things and the game, and play it over and over again. Now, after about the 5th or 6th time, I probably could have bought one of these things, but I was young and stupid. Now I'm just old and stupid. Now, there were 3 games in the series, and you're all going to say number 2 or number 3 is better than number 1. But let's just keep this simple. I'll do this one first, and if it's a big success, then I'll do number 2, then number 3, and that's it. And let's be honest, how many bad guys actually get a game named after them? Number 7. NBA Jam. Boom shakalaka! Alright, so we're going to have a sports game in this, and I'm not going to play bloody Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, and all that junk. Let's get into some good old-fashioned basketball. I was a huge fan of this one in the arcade. Massive fan. Loved it. All the digitized speech. Fantastic. When it came to the home ports, I didn't play it. I had a Mega Drive, but I still didn't play this one. Don't know why. So I never played it on the Super Nintendo. I'm really hoping it has digitized speech, because that really makes the game. And I don't want to have to do it myself, because as you heard at the start of this, I sound crap at it. But I'm going to have to, and that's going to be really annoying for everyone who watches it. So please, oh please, oh please God, let it have digitized speech. So make a comment on this one down below if you want this one to be played, and we'll go from there. Number 8. Star Fox. I am not a fan of Star Fox series. Have I played them and backed up this claim? No, I have not. I don't think I want to play a space shooter, or whatever this is, with the cast of the Muppets beside me. A talking frog, a talking fox, Miss Piggy. I'm out. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It takes me out of the experience. I just can't deal with it. Now, reading up on this one, apparently it's an on-rail shooter. So the ship just moves around a pre-planned course. Similar to, I guess, Space Harrier. I do like space shooters. On-rail shooter doesn't really faze me too much. But the whole bunch of little Muppets following me around, I think that's going to do my head in. And that's why I haven't played it up until this point. Still, everyone rates this game, so maybe I should give it a go. So, if you'd like me to play Star Fox with the cast of the Muppets, put it in the comments below. Number 9. Wild Guns. Okay, this one's a shooter. And looks like the likes of Cabal, where you stay on one screen and shoot left and right. I never knew this existed, and I got a feeling I might actually like this one. Running left and right, shoot stuff, and a whole bunch of things, and the whole background's destructible, I'm hoping. This looks fantastic. I don't know if it was a big release or not a big release, but it looks like total amount of fun, blowing stuff away and blasting things left, right, and center. and kind of a wild westy, techno-y sort of thing, yeah, I can deal with that. It looks good. So if you'd like me to play this one and actually be happy with the one I'm going to be playing, put this in the comments below. Number 10. FZero. Okay, so we've got a second racing game in here, and this one I'm not a fan of. Again, haven't played it, so that's completely unjustified. I'm not a fan of games like Wipeout, where you don't have wheels touching the ground, you can't have skid marks and all that sort of stuff. Floaty, hovery stuff around a track annoys me, really does. And this one doesn't look like it's got much going on the sides either. But for the time, it does look super fast. I don't think they've done many more in these series. If they have, I don't know which ones they are. So I don't know if it was totally popular or why they wouldn't have redone it by now. Or maybe those type of games have just gone by the wayside. Again, a lot of people have said this is a really good game, and it shows off the Mode 7 pretty well by the looks of things. So, if this is the one I should be playing, comments below. Number 11. Contra III, The Alien Wars. Contra games. Played them briefly in the arcade, never any good, sort of gave them a miss. Kind of feels a bit like Midnight Resistance, where you can sort of move up and down shooty-wise. Not a big fan. A lot of people at the time said the NES version was actually way better than the arcade version. Unfortunately, I never had a chance to play that, but I might be able to get into it that way. But we're talking about the Super Nintendo version here. And I do like run and gun games, so I'm kind of open to it. It does look pretty damn hard from what I can see in the background here. It may be quite a quick playthrough. Still, Funnily enough though, I don't remember a Contra 2 coming out. Maybe it was called something else, or maybe they do that funny thing where they just jump one. Hey, it's Contra 3. That's going to be 3 times better than the original. So put that in the comments below, and we'll give a bit of Contra a go. Number 12. Super Castlevania 4. Okay, so this is a platformer, I got a feeling. I always thought Dracula was in these games for some reason. Is he? So it's got that whole medieval vibe sort of stuff. Transylvania. Does that make any sense? I don't think that makes any sense. Anyway, like, I saw this back on the NES. It seemed like you had a mace or something and you used to shoot things or light candles or, I don't know, whatever it was doing, it looked alright. But now we're up to number 4, and it's Super. And hopefully we'll run into Dracula and slay him or her or whatever. So this platformer looks good, looks pretty. Like, I like these sort of games. If Super Castlevania is your pick, number 4, put in the comments below. Number 13. Super Metroid. I just realised that there is a lot of games with Super in the title. Is that because it came out on the Super Nintendo? If it is, I'm the first guy to figure that out. Or maybe the last. Either way, I figured it out. Okay, so I played Metroid the original on the NES back in the day, briefly, and didn't much rate it. Simply because it was friggin' hard like Mega Man. So, out you go, not interested. Then, speaking in the schoolyard of the time, I found out if you finish it, you're rewarded with seeing your robot man, or whatever it is, unsuit, and you're a woman. And what's better, you're a woman in underwear. Okay, so it's 8-bit. But young me was still interested, and old me's still a pervert. So, I did a search for Samus Online, and I was amazed with the results. So, I really do want to play this game, just to see the ending, and I don't care how many controllers I break, I'll give it a crack. If you'd like me to see something great at the end of this game, put Super Metroid in the comments below.